We're going to talk about something today that is often overlooked by many RVers, and if it is overlooked, it can wind up costing you a lot of heartache and a lot of money.
So we're going to be talking about your AC units and some very important things regarding your AC units. These are one of the most expensive things to replace on your RV. They can make your camping trip a real nightmare if they don't work. We're going to show you how to maintain these things so you can have a long life using these RVs. Very, very simple things you can do. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is going to be right here. A lot of people call it the cover of your AC, but the technical name is the AC shroud, and it is a cover. This serves a couple of purposes. One, it's aesthetically pleasing to look at. Now this is made out of plastic. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But the second and most important thing is that it keeps things out of the AC unit. It also keeps the parts of the AC unit from getting damaged, from low-hanging trees, from any like hail, anything that may fall, rain, anything like that. This will keep it protected. Couple things you want to know about this. Number one, you want to make sure you have your shroud on there. Number two, being that these are made of plastic, you want to inspect them periodically because plastic, unfortunately, degrades over time, especially if you're in the sunlight. We're approaching we are in our 5th year of owning our motorhome. You could see some of the wear on here, guys. Now I do keep this clean. I spray it down with UV protectant. I may actually polish it to kind of bring it back to life, but you want to look to see if there's any cracks, any breaks in it, damage to it. If there is, we have Dometic Penguin 2 AC units. These can be replaced. They're relatively inexpensive and they're very easy to replace. They're just held on by 4 different screws. You take the screws out, comes off, and we'll put it back on. We're going to show you the inside of this in a couple minutes. Now the next thing is going to be checking for leaks. So you don't want to find a leak when it's leaking, like when there's water in your ceiling. So these are roof mounted air conditioners, which means that there are 2 large holes, one for the front, one for the rear, one for the front. There's large holes drilled into our roof. So we want to make sure that water is not getting inside, because that could be a big problem. How these are secured, they're bolted down, and then there's a rubber gasket that goes around it. You want to, very simple, guys, you want to make sure, just kind of look, make sure those gaskets aren't damaged. I can see one right here that is still kind of pliable. If you're really OCD, maybe every 5, 6, 7 years, take it to a repair center, or if you want to do it yourself, replace those gaskets. More importantly, what you want to do periodically, every 3 months, 6 months, whatever you want, you just want to go in, just give this thing a tug. If I'm able to pull this up and there's space, no good. So right now, it's good, it's nice and steady. I know that there should not be any water getting in here. You can see where it's kind of bolted down, but that's a really important thing. And to keep everything running efficiently and prolong the longevity, right? Because if this is not running efficiently, everything is working harder, you have the tendency of things breaking down quicker. This right here, you'll see these on radiators. These are the fins, the cooling fins for the units. These actually allow heat to dissipate, right, Inspector?
Yes, yes.
Couple things, you want to make sure that these fins, you see they're straight. You'll see sometimes, and there may be a couple in here, but I'm pretty good with it.
These look really good.
That they'll be all bent. When they're bent out and they're not the way they design they're supposed to be, they won't be efficient. So the simple way to do that, there's these things called fin combs, and you can do, these will work on your radiator or your home air conditioning unit. You'll find they come in different sizes. The green one here is our size. You just kind of go in, and you'll go in and you want to just rake them straight, like straighten them out.
What
right?
I did learn when I went to the NRVTA is I just don't remember. It was like a certain fraction of an inch. However much of that is not straightened, it really affects, it lowers the temperature by a certain number of degrees.
Now, you saw some crappy ones. How does this look?
Yeah, I mean, this looks really good. We saw some, and you see some in older RVs where this is all just completely destroyed.
Well, your husband wouldn't allow that because your husband is up here and checks all these things. But yeah, that's a really, really important one. This, as well as the other equipment we talk about, we're going to link it down below. This stuff is really cheap. Now, I talked about making sure all your fins are straight, so it's very efficient. Now, you can see here, these are very clean. It's not by accident, guys. Couple of things I do at least once a year. I take that shroud off. I come in with a vacuum. I clean out anything. I wipe everything down. If you neglect these, you'll get like beehives in here. You'll get nests, twigs, and all of that. It's going to make things work harder. It's going to be less efficient. Our AC still blows very cold 5 years later. If you want to keep this clean, you don't want to spray water on it. They actually make different types of simple cleaning items. I like this one. Is a new Calgon. This is a EVAP foam, no rinse. It comes in a foam where you don't have to do anything. You literally just spray it, let it do its thing. You turn the air conditioner on and it will just clean itself. They make the same stuff in a concentrate, and if you mix it at a 1-to-3 ratio, 1 part of this, 3 parts of water, you spray it and it does the same exact thing. But this, you get a lot more than this. Like 1 can of this will last pretty much 1 shot, both air conditioners. This will last many, many seasons. A little more expensive, but overall it's cheaper. Just to show you really quickly how to do this, guys. You just shake up the foam, and then all I'm gonna do is just spray. So make sure everything's nicely coated. And our fins are clean, so I'm not gonna go crazy.
Oh,
we're gonna
God.
spray the outside,
Oof.
we're gonna spray the inside. We're gonna just let it do its thing. Turn the AC.
It's a strong scent.
Yeah, this smells like lemon, but it's not, I don't think it's, well, no, it is toxic.
It's pretty strong, yeah.
But that's what you're gonna do. Do that once a year, twice a year, depending how much you're actually using, and it's gonna keep everything running efficiently. One thing you wanna remember about these AC units, they're very expensive. They're kind of a pain to put in. Not that they're complicated, but they're heavy to try to hoist them up and down. And once they go bad, the compressor goes bad, you're replacing the whole unit. So you wanna try to keep the life of these as long as you can. We have one more thing we're gonna talk about that's very easy to do. The last thing for today, this is very important, yet very simple, yet overlooked a lot, is going to be cleaning the filters for your AC unit. Now, everyone will be a little bit different. You might have like that big square, it's still gonna have a filter. We have ducted AC, but I'm just gonna show you really quick. So on the Newmar, it's kind of running down one side is gonna be all your intake, which sucks the air in. That's the one that's gonna be the filter. Right next to that is gonna be your output, which is where the cold air comes in. So I'm just going to show you, at least on the Newmar, you're just gonna pull these vents down. And ours are, of course, very clean. But these are just...
Would you have it any other way?
There's a little bit of dirt on there.
Oh, is he slipping?
Well,
This
is still on the checklist for the new season.
Ah, okay.
But if you're really into it, they sell some of these filters that are like HEPA filters. You can put them on there, which will purify the air. We just use the foam filters, guys. But these, you don't have to...
easy to clean.
Yeah, you don't have to get new ones. All you do is just with a little bit of water, soap and water, rinse them off, let them air dry, put them back on, and then all you have to do is just pop it back in. What I like to do also is when I have them down, I'll just kind of wipe in here. And I just want you to look inside our vents. You can see how clean they are. There's really no dirt in there.
You have to redeem yourself.
And then to put them back on, you see it kind of has like a tab here. When you pull them out, you want to pull it right from the middle because this can break. It's just plastic. You just put it in here and then just let it click, and that's it. So let us know how you keep your AC running efficiently. Have you had to change your AC? If so, how much did it actually cost?
Yeah,
because we want to know, but we also know our RVers want to know. Maybe it will motivate them to maintain their RV.
If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we will put our RV Newbies playlist and our RV DIYs playlist. And from Izzy and myself, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.